Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this. As it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Get up! 180! Alert! Recon, 132 fighter!
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And incomplete to open things up. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Hey, 18.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Dances by him. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Come on, 180. Don't get nervous. Two times.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They run. This is Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. First down, a run with Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Preston Smith there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throw right side, caught by Davis. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
258. Watch the draw. Watch the draw. Tight dog.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
That's what I'm talking about.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming. Check nipple. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Uncle, over here.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there. First down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Rodgers now on first down. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check. All right. We got double up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. Watch the pass. 58, right over the 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run on second down with Cohen. Twisting away. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, wahoo. Look at this.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Grant. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Mark 38, Mark 38. Alert, 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 alert. Let's get in there now. Check.
They go play action. Trubisky. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Inside. 319. 3 ball. Jump out. Hey, Charlie. Check. 59. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Cohen. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes our score 17-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
I don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Under 10.
Here's Grant. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Cohen. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Looking deep for his tight end Gates. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. He was going for Gates, his tight end that time, and it's second down. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Bring it in.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Lock in, lock in.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Watch time. Time is right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Let's go.
Complete to Trey Burton. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check 26. Check safety.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, Alpha!
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the pass. Here we go. 58, boys. 58.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers got a man. That's Allison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give me that ball, defense.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Sponge. No. Showing it.
Hey, 626.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Kill.
Boxing.
59.
This is Grant.
Hey, watch the slant.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
3 down. Mike's 59.
10-30.
59's Mike.
Hey, my 7.
Strong tackle, let's go. We got this.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best, and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
27 yards there, a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
180! It's a swerve
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal.
Watch the ball, watch the ball.
Here's Trubisky. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This fielded at the 2. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, all day. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Check 30.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Get 300. Get 300.
Check 59.
Smooth.
It's 59. Mike to 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
To throw is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Check.
Inside.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, get in the way.
Hey, exit.
58, boy, 58.
Rodgers going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Go.
58 for Mike, 58. 58.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 88, 88, 88.
58.
Hey, Haywood.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Alert, 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 alert.
Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, for touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Packers take over.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run with Grant, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. No, no, no. Off, off, off.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 4, check 4.
Kill, 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 kill.
Jones. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Packers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
All day, dog.
From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Packers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey. 58's
Five.
Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
You block over here.
Mike's 59.
Hey, seam 6.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Mike is
Hey, orbit.
Yeah. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And again, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Rodgers now on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
26.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Blue Dan, blue Dan. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And now it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check 30.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check your hot read. Check three, check three, check three. Shoot.
Zoom.
I got motion there. Me. I got
Yes.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They go back to Grant. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is third and goal.
Watch out.
Get 300.
58, right over there. Yeah.
250.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5 yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is fourth and goal.
Inside.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Come on.
Hey, wahoo.
Go 58 to Mike. Ain't no sense.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. time. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb, I don't get to take off. Never last long. All these trips I